Hello everybody, it's BeardboiOG here and welcome back to another episode of the Forever World. In the previous episode, we got all diamond tools and diamond armor, and we still have well over 30 diamonds left, which is pretty good, especially in a 1.1 Forever World. But today we need to get back to work because we desperately need to fix our food situation. Bread's not gonna cut it forever. It has low saturation, which means if we're ever gonna beat the Ender Dragon, we are gonna need something better than bread, potentially steak, which means today we are gonna build a cow farm, a proper cow area where we can technically, canonically in the world, sell meat and hide, well, leather, but you know what I mean. And it's where the actual farm will be at with the cows. I'm thinking right over here would actually be pretty perfect, because if we're gonna have the main road kind of cut through here a little bit, we're gonna need something here. And I feel like since the business area is starting to kind of crop up with the bookstore here, over here we're gonna want to add something. I'm feeling like the cow farm kind of matches within theme here with the bookshop, because it's something that the residential area is going to need more. It also counts for the commercial main street road heading to the factory. So right here is where we're going to get started, and pretty much everything we're going to need is going to be in here and in these. So what I'm thinking is that we're going to do kind of similar to everything else here, and that's having stone for the roof, wooden planks for the walls, and the logs being, well, logs. I would like to do a little bit of a different look though, so if we use this as a way to kind of demonstrate it. Okay, this diagram of what I want is it's not really properly showing, because maybe if we just then we do that in the, then it just looks like a regular, okay, this is not working. But basically I want it to be more triangular on top and have more of a angle this time. So as you see here, this is a generic Minecraft kind of look for the roof, where it's kind of at an, I would say, a right angle almost. I don't want to do that on this one. Instead, I want it to be way more wider. So instead of it being more of the squarish, kind of close to square shapes that you see on these builds here, I want the main building itself to be more rectangular over here. And that means there's going to be a much larger roof. But also that means as you're entering into the store, it's actually not going to be like this with the roof kind of coming out at you. Instead, it's going to be kind of going like a little like this. And that's going to be about right here. If the beginning of the building is going to be more rectangular going this way, on the back end, I want it to house basically a fenced-in area completely around. And that's where the cows will actually be. And there will be a little like metal door or something like that that heads into here that will have chests with, you know, raw beef and leather, as well as tools and stuff, and, you know, trying to make it look businessy. So we'll have like a little seating area in the front for people who are trying to pick up the meat that they're trying to purchase canonically in the world. So we're gonna get that done. First, we need to get over here to the materials, let them cook up, because we are gonna need a lot of stone, I'm thinking. And once that is all set up, I will meet you guys over here. Alrighty, I have everything together. Yes, I am planning for this to be decently large. So I'll have these where the cows are at, and then I'll have this at the front with the doors. Okay, let's get over there and we can start on the terraforming. Okay, now that that's all in here, we're going to start with terraforming. So I'm going to first kind of cut out a part of the land that I want to kind of stay. I'm going to make it about the same level. So we'll add it in. Going around here, we will add in. So I'm not sure that I want to take exactly this out. What I'll probably do is leave the natural formation about here and start adding in about this way, going towards this way, and taking out this level specifically. That way we can start filling this in with some dirt. Oh boy, the unfortunate reality of torch spamming. Alrighty, let's get to work. So I had to stop to get more dirt because, yeah, this is... I already went through my entire dirt supply, and I'm kind of completely re-terraforming that area. And you want to know what I find over here? Are you serious, Minecraft? I at least have the fortune. Yeah, of course there's more. Oh, of course there is more. Oh, Minecraft, you have a sadistic way of letting me know how you feel about me. Because what in the world? I could have used this last episode instead of recording for like 10 hours. A lot of it in here. Okay. What do we have here? Five. Is this the right? Yeah, that was the right one. Well, I'm not too mad about it because it's still diamonds, but I'll be a little salty. Yeah, just a wee bit. Okay, after a absolute while, I have terraformed at least a partial bit of the area. At least where we're actually going to build, it's going to be within this general vicinity here. And then, I actually do have a plan for over here. Behind it, I kind of want to make a custom mountain. We will attempt that next episode. So some areas like this was not terraformed because I have specific plans on how this is going to look. So like the farm will be coming out here. We're going to make it look like we kind of carved this area out to fit that part of the farm. It's going to look pretty cool once it's done. But now we can start actually building the cow farm, which I may have to go a little bit more this way and take this out as well. I'm still deciding because it might need to be a bit bigger. Yeah, I'm thinking that up to about here is going to have to be removed. And then I'll dig here, replace that dirt there, and then we can get started on figure out where we're even going to place some of the stuff, which some of it's going to be easy, while the other half is going to be a little bit more difficult. So I'll see you here in just a moment. Okay, I have the generic layout here of where the building's going to be, and as normal, we're going to build one inward in each corner, like so. Because, you know, it's basically a hallmark of my building style at this point that I ripped from somebody else. But basically, we'll do that, build all the way around that way. In here is where we're going to have that internal area that I was talking about. And then over here is where the actual cow pen's gonna be. And it's gonna be a pretty big one. So I'm thinking of going up to like here. Then we can have, you know, that mountain project I was talking about. And doing the same thing on this side as well. I want this to be pretty big. And, yeah, we might have to do a little bit more terraforming. I am noticing, because to do what I want here, I am noticing that there is an obstacle in the way. So what I'm first gonna do is kind of determine on where all this is at, and then mine it down once I know. So it shouldn't be, yeah, it's not that bad. Not that bad at all. Okay. And then, yeah, we can fill it in this way. We shouldn't have any sand. We want, yeah, like that. Oh, that's a big pen. And then over here, I'm going to have to run all the way around to do it. So the pen's ready. And all we have to do, really, I won't do too much more of this because we'll see what I do in the next episode. But from now until this is done, this is what I'm going to be doing, is placing planks. So, I had the realization that it's probably not going to go the way I want if I do the way I was planning before. As you can tell, it's not really going the way I was originally planning. I kind of realized I would have probably needed more kind of, what are they called? Logs. I would needed more of them to go all the way like this. And that's kind of not what I want. But what I'm going to do instead, so this will be filled in. There'll be like some kind of window here. And I'm trying to do something similar to this. Maybe we do like a bigger version. Maybe even we do a heart, like, you know, the Minecraft heart. Because it would be like refueling our health, technically. But I really wanted to get ambitious. I don't know why. I always do this to myself. Every time I say, oh, here's a quick video, I decide to make it a lot more complicated. There's going to be a second tier. Yeah. There'll be a second tier up. We'll have like an entire staircase going up. Maybe this can be like a second business or some kind of storage area or something of the sort. Not exactly sure, but I really kind of just want to build something big because most of the stuff I've built is quite small outside of maybe the factory. Alrighty, we have the build, at least the outside of like additional details. We basically have the frame, you know, the good old the building blocks are in place, and now it's time to add the detail. This is gonna be a massive cow in leather shop. It doesn't look as like large of a build from the outside, but when you go inside, it's a little bit smaller, but enough that we can still get stuff done. As you can tell, this side, it's still very rectangular. And then out here, you have the cow pit. This area gives us a pretty large area for the cows to kind of just roam around. So it's a pretty good space. And then up there, like I was saying, we can make a little like staircase going up there. Maybe that could be the office of this area, or we can make that like another business, maybe like an apartment. I'm kind of not wanting to do that. I think making this like the office area would do well. And I think I like the roof. It needs a little bit more work as we go closer to the end of this build, but I do like this, definitely. It's just that I might try and mess with. I'm not sure what we can do there. Maybe we actually cut those two out. That way it's kind of more going that way. I'm not exactly sure yet, but for the most part, this is looking pretty dang good. And I gotta show you what this looks like over from the bridge. So as you exit the main door, look at that. Just look at that. It towers everything else. It's like a really good like eyepiece. I kind of feel like we definitely should not build anything kind of here, at least. If we do, have it be even farther back so it kind of adds to the scenery, which probably will not happen here because unless we have like stuff on the massive mountain project that that is going to be built next episode, or at least started. Here, I'm definitely kind of thinking of just keeping that skyline. I think that looks really nice, though. Like, that kind of just... That there looks pretty dang good. I really like how that turned out, and I like how, like, it just looks over. It's like a really good, like, scenery piece. Well, even better when we actually have a proper road. But, we are still not done. So what I want to do next is add, kind of like similar to what we have here, putting some fence posts on the side like so. So we can do like a test one here. Yeah. I'll add those there, but like doing stuff like that on each side. That way it just... There we go. But yeah, like doing stuff like that, you know, keeping with the style that we already have, and then just adding to it a bit. I'm not sure exactly, so I think one of the main things is adding another kind of window, like an artsy kind of window. I think here that could work. I just don't know which one, because I was thinking of that heart shape, but we might do that there. But I don't know how much, because, like, yeah, it's going to represent the heart of, you know, our player. I don't know if it's going to look as good here. But we'll try something. So there'll definitely be some windows here. I'm just not sure what kind of windows. And there'll definitely be one there as well. But I think this is going to be a pretty good build. So now we're just going to worry about the detail on the outside. And then we'll transition to the inside here. This, obviously, we won't. This is basically done. But the inside we will have to worry about at some point. But we still have a lot more building to go. So we're going to work on some detail work going around, trying to get the outside finished. And then once we're in the inside, we can kind of just figure out what we want to do. Alrighty, so it has been a little while. Yeah, we did a little bit of detail and a little bit of work. We got some, like, leaf tree-like things on the side here. We got some piles of rock just sprinkled around. I really like how these look. And then we got some multiple windows, little buttons as accents on the main fronts. And we also have the roof completely textured. It is looking really, really good. Like, this looks really good. And then on the inside, still nothing, because we are going to start that now. So basically what I'm going to do, we're going to alternate. I forgot to grab it, but I'll grab it here in a moment. We're going to alternate stone bricks and cobblestone, kind of like over at the enchanting bookshop. And we're going to make that the floor down here. Up here, we'll keep it that. What I might do is that I won't alternate, but I'll probably do certain spots like it's been used or walked over a lot. And I'm thinking of doing a little bit of an additional thing here. Because of the way I designed this, I'm thinking it should be more of a general store that happens to have its own farm in the back, with the cow farm. So it just happens to sell stuff like rocks, plants, and as well as meat. I think. Meat, steak, you know. I think that's how we should do that. So, oh yeah, and here's the backside. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Yeah, so now we're going to start in here. I'm going to take the floor out, replace it with some stone, and then we'll make a way going up there, and then we'll decorate. And finally, after weeks, I can get the cows. Maybe. Alrighty, so I got the floor in. As you notice, I have a little bit of cobblestone in certain areas. Kind of wanted to make this look like they had been moving around shelving and all that. Because this is going to be like a little store. Well, we're going to need a storefront. So we'll have like chests going up. In this version, you cannot put like another chest here. It just physically will not place down. So to get around that, I put little walkways going through each side. So we'll put little, if I can, my hope is to put these there. If not, oh well, but that's basically the plan. And I did that on each side, and I made it look like this has been worn out a little bit. We have only one row here because there will be a staircase that leads up to here. So there might be like a small second level. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. And that second level will then lead up to there. Now, the second level might be just where, like, overstock and stuff is placed. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then up there will be, like, the manager's office. So, I'm going to continue on this, because I need to go get a lot of wood. Because, as you can tell, I only have 57. So, yeah. But basically, the example here. Put those there. And then, hopefully, we can... Well, that doesn't ruin what I have planned. It just means I gotta think a little bit more about what to do. Maybe we do this on each side. But this would make it single, which I don't want it to just be single. I want it to be double spaced. That might just have to be something we put later. What about this? Is this... Well, that wouldn't work because we have the... Oh, okay. Yeah, this... It's not going to work. Okay. That's a little unfortunate, but it's not like it's going to be like that forever. We have a few updates, probably. That's my bet. Okay, we are limited, but I kind of figured out a way to make this work. So instead of having it have an in-between, which I could have still done that, what I did is I brought it in one and made it just its own aisle. So this is like an overstock shelf. I know, can't really put anything here, but this might just come down the road. For now, I just wanted to make it look like it was the top of a shelf. And if we need to, we can just, no, not that. But what we can do is like we can throw something up there and then have something above it. Maybe like going down. Like if it were basically what's being sold here, we can do some stuff with it. And then maybe I can then bring this up one, because I'd rather have this be a full block, which we could experiment with it just being a full block. The reason why, I would love to raise this up one. That way it's definitely the top. And then this go up one, then we can have another row of these. So this is like a down the road kind of play. But eventually, we'll be able to set all these up here. And then this one will basically just be like a smaller version of that. So that's how I'm gonna handle this. Alrighty, this is the first 2 levels of the store. I actually like how this turned out. It looks actually pretty decent given what we have. I will edit this and have more rows. Probably not this side, obviously, because there's a ceiling there. But we definitely will have this go a little bit higher. We have a little bit of supported leaves everywhere with buttons going around. It kind of helps fill in the kind of empty space so it looks more used. We have the main shopping counter here. We'll figure out something for a cash register at some other point, but for now that looks good. And we have the staircase being supported, heading up to the break room. Not really too much we can do right now, but we have a little table, we have a little chairs for the employees, and then heading up here. This is the one part that I am not ready yet. This will probably be another day, to be honest. I kind of really want to... I'm trying to still figure out what I want to do. It's definitely going to be something around here, and then the windows looking over. I'm just not sure what I want to do with that yet. So I'm going to save this for another day, but most of it's done. Like, look at this. This looks nice. Oh yeah, and I also I know some stores have like a kind of gated top portion, and I kind of really wanted to kind of give you like a little glimpse up there with it also being gated. I know some stores, they have a higher up area that you can just look and be like, what are they doing up there? So I did this, and I think it looks really nice. I think this really came together, and what I'm thinking is that we can put like little leather and stuff or something in like in the corners, not leather, but item, what are they called? The little picture frames that you can put, the item frames, yeah, that. We could put those there, and then we could have these go up a little bit on these ones, which I think this turned out pretty well. So now we just have to go find some cows to bring into here, and I don't really want to break anything out there, so we're just going to do that, and then we're going to get some wheat, and we're going to go get some cows, and then this will technically be done. Targets acquired, finally. And it also turns out that all mobs basically come back with wheat. Very interesting. Very, interesting. This is gonna take a bit. Alrighty, they're in. That took forever. I never want to do that again. Also, I don't want these guys here. There we go. Now it's just the cow farm. I just wanted the cows. Come on. Who wants the wheat? Oh, there's our first baby. Okay, I need more wheat, so just hold on a second, guys. You'll get fed. Don't worry, you'll get fed. Alrighty, everyone, I'm back. Who didn't get fed? Who didn't get fed? I think we have more. Everybody. Oh, we have more still. There we go. Look at that. we actually have cows at the cow farm. And just imagine this entire area getting the FPS tanked because of how many cows there potentially will be. That's gonna be amazing. Well, folks, it looks like I can finally end today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, consider subscribing, because subscribing helps the channel grow. Consider liking the episode. That tells the algorithm that you guys like this content and you want to see more. And comment down below, let me know what I can do to improve this build, as well as what I can do with the cows in the cow farm itself. I've been BeardboiOG, and I'll see you guys. Oh, I had that thing on the entire time. You know what? I'm going to keep it because it's funny. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.